You've been there, paying hundreds for a ticket, waiting for hours, only to hear, your flight's been delayed. What if that sentence simply stopped existing? Tesla says their 2026 super electric plane will end delays for good. Sounds impossible, right? Let's find out how. You've been there, ticket in hand, bag checked, boarding pass glowing on your phone. And yet, the gate agent's voice cuts through the airport. Your flight has been delayed. It doesn't matter if it's weather, maintenance, or some mysterious operational reason. You wait. You spend more on airport food than the flight itself. Hours disappear into nowhere. Now imagine this. What if that sentence never needed to exist again? That's the promise Tesla is quietly building behind the hangar doors of its 2026 super electric plane. A regional aircraft that doesn't just fly differently, it operates differently. No jet fuel. No massive turbines. No week-long engine inspections that ground entire schedules. Instead, it swaps its entire propulsion system, the electric heart of the plane, in just a few hours. No hangar chaos. No specialist teams flying in. No chain delays that ripple across the country. Tesla claims it can turn what used to take a week of downtime into a single day and cut the cost per flight hour by almost a quarter. That's not marketing hype. It's math, backed by modular engineering straight from their Gigafactory mindset. And here's the real shocker. If Tesla's plan works, it won't just change how planes are built. It'll change how time works for passengers. Because if delays vanish and costs fall, smaller airports could suddenly come back to life. Meaning no more drives to major hubs, no more missed connections, and finally, travel that actually feels simple. But the real question is how? How does a plane become faster to fix than a car? How can it cut crew costs, reduce delays, and still be safe enough to fly thousands of people every day? To answer that, we need to look inside the one idea that makes all of this possible, Tesla's modular power pod system. And what you'll see next might completely rewrite how you think about air travel. At the heart of Tesla's new aircraft is a single idea: make engines as replaceable as phone batteries. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what Tesla did with what they call modular electric power pods, the real secret behind the 2026 super electric plane. Each pod is a complete power system in itself. Inside is a high-torque electric motor, a digital inverter that controls power flow, and a smart propeller, all packed into one sleek, detachable unit. Think of it like a giant USB drive. Plug it in, and the plane's ready to go. Here's where it gets wild. If one pod starts showing unusual data or needs service, the crew doesn't wait for a mechanic to disassemble it piece by piece. They swap the entire module, motor, propeller, and all, in as little as 4 to 8 hours. For technicians, one shift, and the plane is cleared to fly again by evening. Traditional turboprops? They'd still be in the hangar waiting for a part to arrive, sometimes for a week or more. That's the difference between losing an entire route and keeping passengers moving. This modular approach slashes maintenance hours dramatically. Older regional planes spend up to 6 hours of maintenance for every single flight hour. The Tesla super electric plane cuts that to just 1 or 2. That's up to 75% less time and labor, a difference that instantly translates into lower costs and fewer delays. But Tesla didn't stop there. Each power pod is pre-balanced, pre-tested, and digitally linked to the aircraft's onboard system. That means when it's installed, the plane instantly recognizes it, verifies serial numbers, software versions, and even previous flight data. It's like installing a new part in your phone and the system saying, "Yep, I know this one. We're ready to go." The result? What used to be a week in the hangar now becomes a one-day turnaround. Airlines spend less. Passengers wait less. And on-time performance, the percentage of flights that actually leave as scheduled, can rise by 5 to 10 points in just months. It's not just faster. It's smarter. By rethinking how an engine connects to a plane, Tesla didn't just make air travel greener, it made it simpler. But there's still a missing piece. Because while swapping modules saves time, Tesla had to make sure those pods don't break in the first place. And that's where things get truly futuristic. With predictive maintenance and AI-driven flight monitoring that can detect problems before they even happen. That's the next layer of the shock, and it's what we'll uncover next. Imagine if your car could tell you a tire would blow next week, before it ever happened. Now imagine that, but on a plane, a machine flying thousands of feet in the air with hundreds of moving parts. That's exactly what Tesla's 2026 super-electric plane does. Every propulsion pod, every cooling line, and every high-voltage inverter is loaded with smart sensors. These sensors constantly read temperature, vibration, voltage, and pressure, collecting data hundreds of times per second. While the plane is still in the sky, that data streams to Tesla's cloud, where AI models compare it to millions of baseline readings from other flights. If something even slightly drifts, say a 0.2 G vibration spike or a 10-degree rise in bearing temperature, the system knows. It quietly alerts maintenance teams before anything fails. Instead of "your flight has been delayed for technical reasons," it becomes "your flight's ready. The pod was already swapped last night." This is what Tesla calls predictive maintenance. Maintenance that's scheduled before a fault even reaches the passenger. The result? 30 to 50% fewer breakdowns. 8 to 10% better on-time performance. Thousands of dollars saved every single day from avoiding unnecessary cancellations. And here's the crazy part. Tesla extended the same idea beyond hardware. With OTAA, over-the-air aviation, software updates now reach the aircraft just like a Tesla car update. The plane can receive an entire inverter firmware refresh, optimize cooling algorithms, or fine-tune propeller torque maps while parked overnight. No shop visit. No grounded aircraft. Just an update, a quick ground test, and it's back in service the next morning. That single change removes up to 90% of software-related maintenance visits, which used to cost airlines thousands in lost time. Of course, safety isn't negotiable. Every update runs through 3 checkpoints before it ever touches the flight system. 1. Ground simulation. 2. Sensor validation. And 3. Real-time confirmation during engine testing. If anything looks off, the system instantly reverts to the previous version. It's a perfect blend of speed and safety, something the aviation industry rarely manages to balance. And for passengers, it means one thing: less waiting, more flying. Every saved hour in the hangar becomes another seat in the air, another trip that leaves on time. But to make this scale, to ensure every part, every bolt, and every motor stays available anywhere in the world, Tesla needed to rethink how planes are built and supplied. That's where the Gigafactory philosophy comes in. And in Chapter 4, you'll see how Tesla turned aircraft parts into mass-produced, interchangeable components, and how that move could make small airports relevant again. To understand how Tesla made all of this possible, you have to look at where it all started, not in the sky, but on the factory floor. In the same way Tesla revolutionized car manufacturing, it's now applying that Gigafactory logic to aviation. Traditional aircraft parts are custom, complex, and painfully slow to replace. Every nut, bolt, and seal can be specific to one model, one serial number, even one production batch. If a plane needs a rare part, it can wait weeks, sometimes months, grounded until that part is made, shipped, and certified. Tesla's approach? Standardize everything. Instead of 8,000 unique part numbers, the Tesla super-electric plane uses roughly 2,500 across all configurations. Each electrical connector, each cooling line, even the mounting points for propulsion pods follow the same blueprint. That means one warehouse can support multiple aircraft, no more waiting for custom orders. Parts that once took 10 to 20 days to arrive can now show up in 24 to 72 hours from regional hubs. It's aviation, reimagined with the same mass production mindset that made electric cars affordable. For airlines, this predictability changes everything. They can stock spare parts, fix planes faster, and lock in fixed-cost maintenance plans, paying by the flight hour instead of rolling the dice on repair bills. No surprise invoices, no panic parts orders at $90,000 apiece. And for passengers, that reliability trickles straight into smoother operations. No more flight canceled due to parts delay. Just steady schedules, smaller airports reopening, and regional routes reborn. For the first time in decades, air travel might actually become local again. Cheaper, closer, and more predictable. When people hear Tesla made a plane, they picture a futuristic jet with wild designs and glowing wings. But the real shock isn't in how it looks. It's in how it works. Because the 2026 Tesla super-electric plane isn't just another electric prototype. It's a system designed to eliminate what we all hate about flying: waiting, uncertainty, The feeling that time is slipping away while we sit at gate 37B. By combining modular power pods, predictive AI maintenance, over-the-air software, and a gigafactory-style supply chain, Tesla built something airlines have chased for decades, an aircraft that spends more time flying than parked. Less waiting, lower fares, fewer cancellations, and maybe, just maybe, the return of that small local airport near home. So when the Tesla super electric plane takes off in 2026, it won't just test new technology. It'll test whether we're ready for a world where flights are as simple and reliable as charging your phone. And that might be the most shocking part of all. If you want to keep up with real technology that changes daily life, not just headlines, make sure to subscribe to West Tech, turn on the bell, and join us as we explore how innovation is quietly rewriting the world around us. Because the future isn't coming later. It's already on the runway.